If you're waiting to feel motivated before you start, you're already setting yourself up for failure. The truth is, motivation is often the very reason people keep failing. It's a fleeting feeling that comes and goes, leaving you stranded when you need it most. In this video, we're going to break down why relying on motivation is a losing game and what you can do instead to actually achieve your goals. Let's dive in and uncover the real secret behind consistent success. Everyone around you says, stay motivated, watch inspiring videos, keep yourself pumped up. It sounds good in theory, but what happens when you're tired, lazy, or just feeling broken? The advice to stay motivated falls flat when you're at your lowest. In reality, no one talks about what actually works during those tough moments. That's exactly what we'll explore in this video, what successful people rely on when motivation disappears. But what do successful people do when motivation is nowhere to be found? They don't wait for a spark of inspiration. Instead, they rely on something much more reliable. In this video, I'll show you the exact strategies and mindset shifts that winners use to keep moving forward, even when they don't feel like it. Get ready to learn what separates those who succeed from those who stay stuck. Motivation can feel incredibly powerful in the moment. You might wake up one day feeling unstoppable, ready to conquer anything. But the next day that energy is gone and you find yourself doing nothing. That's the problem with motivation, it's temporary. If your success depends on motivation, you'll never be consistent. And without consistency, real progress is impossible. Let's look at why motivation fades so quickly. Imagine trying to build a habit or reach a goal, but only taking action when you feel motivated. Some days you're all in, other days you do nothing. This roller coaster approach leads to frustration and disappointment. Consistency is the foundation of any real achievement. If you can't show up regularly, your progress will always be limited. That's why relying on motivation is a losing strategy. Motivation is tied to your emotions, and emotions are unpredictable. Life throws challenges your way, and your feelings change from day to day. When motivation fades, most people stop taking action. That's why so many goals are abandoned halfway. The key is to find something more stable than motivation, something you can rely on no matter how you feel. Here's the truth: discipline doesn't care how you feel. Whether you're tired, unmotivated, or just not in the mood, discipline pushes you to take action anyway. That's why disciplined people win. It's not because they're special or always inspired, it's because they act even when they don't want to. Discipline is the real power behind every success story. Disciplined people don't wait for the perfect moment. They show up and do the work no matter what. It's not about feeling ready, it's about making a commitment to yourself. This is the difference between those who achieve their goals and those who don't. When you act without motivation, you build a habit of following through, and that habit leads to real progress. Discipline is what keeps you moving forward when motivation disappears. It's the force that helps you push through tough days and keep your promises to yourself. Over time, discipline becomes a part of who you are. It's not about being perfect, it's about being reliable. That's why disciplined people achieve more even when they don't feel like it. Here's the harsh truth: you don't need more motivation. What you really need is fewer excuses. Every time you say, "I'll start tomorrow," you're teaching yourself to stay weak. This cycle of delay and excuse making is what keeps most people stuck. If you want to break free, you have to stop waiting for motivation and start taking action no matter how you feel. Every time you make an excuse, you reinforce the habit of not following through. It becomes easier to delay, to avoid, to stay comfortable. But comfort doesn't lead to growth. The only way to get stronger is to act even when you don't want to. That's the difference between people who change their lives and those who stay the same. Saying, "I'll start tomorrow," feels safe. It gives you a way out, a reason to avoid discomfort today. But tomorrow never comes. The habit of postponing action is a trap that keeps you from making real progress. If you want to change, you have to break the cycle and start now, not later. Most people stay stuck because they keep waiting for the right moment. They believe they need to feel ready before they can start. But readiness is a myth. The longer you wait, the harder it becomes to take action. The only way out is to start, even if you don't feel prepared. Instead of chasing motivation, try this: set a small, manageable task for yourself. It doesn't have to be big, just something you can do right now. Even 10 minutes of focused work is enough to build momentum. The key is to do it no matter what, without overthinking or debating. Small steps might seem insignificant, but they add up over time. When you commit to doing a little bit each day, you create a habit of action. This habit becomes stronger than your excuses. Over time, those small efforts lead to big results. The trick is to remove the decision-making process. Don't give yourself time to debate or negotiate. Just do the task no matter how you feel. This approach eliminates procrastination and builds the discipline you need to succeed. Consistency is built through repetition. When you repeat your small tasks every day, you train your mind and body to take action automatically. This daily practice is how discipline is formed. It's simple but not easy. The more you repeat, the stronger your discipline becomes. Building discipline isn't complicated, but it does require effort. The steps are simple: set a task, do it, repeat. But sticking to this process every day is where most people struggle. Remember, it's not about perfection, it's about persistence. If you want to change your life, you can't wait to feel ready. Winners don't wait for motivation, they start acting no matter what. This mindset shift is what separates those who achieve their dreams from those who only wish for them. Discipline isn't something you're born with, it's something you create. Every time you choose action over excuses, you're building your discipline muscle. Over time, this muscle gets stronger and taking action becomes your default response. People who rely on discipline have an advantage. They don't waste time waiting for the right mood or perfect conditions. They get things done day after day. This steady progress is what leads to real, lasting success. Stop waiting for motivation to strike. The longer you wait, the more opportunities you miss. Start now with whatever you have. Action creates momentum, and momentum leads to results. Action is the antidote to procrastination and doubt. When you move forward, even in small ways, you build confidence and clarity. The more you act, the less you rely on fleeting feelings of motivation. Momentum is built through consistent action. Each small step makes the next one easier. Before you know it, you're making progress without even thinking about it. This is how winners keep moving forward even when motivation is gone. When you choose discipline over motivation, you take control of your results. You're no longer at the mercy of your emotions. This shift gives you the power to create the life you want, one action at a time. Winners don't wait for motivation, they create their own discipline. They understand that feelings come and go, but habits last. By focusing on building strong habits, they set themselves up for long-term success. You don't have to make huge changes overnight. Start with small, manageable actions. Over time, these small wins add up to big results. The key is to keep going, even when you don't feel like it. Excuses are easy, but they don't lead anywhere. If you want to change your life, you have to let go of excuses and take responsibility for your actions. Every step you take brings you closer to your goals. Success isn't about feeling inspired all the time. It's about doing what needs to be done even when you don't want to. The most successful people aren't always motivated, they're disciplined. If you want to change your life, stop waiting to feel ready. Start acting today. Winners don't wait for motivation, they create discipline. That's the real secret to lasting change and success.